Unscrewing that will let it go up and down. I believe in unscrewing that a little bit more will kind of let it go.
Gotcha. Yep.
All right.
Hey, we're recording for the YouTube thing right now.
Nice. Also, this camera right here, just because I'm waving at it, I'm talking off camera. That's the one that's actually going to have the active mic. I muted everything else right now.
Oh, okay. Ian, can you? Brandon, move forward here. I mean, honestly.
Oh, he's over there. He looks a little small.
He looks a little small.
Brandon, you want to come over here for a second?
I want you to fill the screen. You know what I mean? So, hey,
That's good. He just wants something to sip on. He can't drink beer. He's like allergic or he has a reaction.
Oh, crap. I thought he was just going to have a sip.
That's something for him to just kind of nurse him. A little bit.
You want a beer?
I got a beer too. I gotta get the liquid courage going, you know.
Now, you play out in clubs? You don't want to play here, let's
yeah, I do like the loop metal one-handed. Brandon, can you look flat?
Make sure it's a problem. Sure. He had the rugby infield guys. We were just kind of getting going and didn't function. He said, hey, we want to come play us. So, I came over, buddies, and all kinds. I went up there. I've been up to North Georgia.
Yeah.
We would have events.
Yeah, it's better.
Sometimes we have someone come out.
I'm gonna be right here. Yeah. Too much to sing a little bit.
Still alive underneath, stolen shopping carts, nothing in but heart.
So the other thing about the cameras is, I know it's this mic, just to get people right now. That is it. So actually, if you want to try to
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's unusual, huh?
Yeah. Oh, sure. More than that. The one that I watched the whole video. Well, once we've added 9:40. 20 minutes, guys. We did. You guys do live? Yeah. You are? Yeah. Steel. Come on.
So, Tom, we're gonna be up there. So I'm gonna have you here, I'm gonna stop here. Okay. When we do go to the music, he's gonna cross from there to here, and I'm gonna need you guys to step away. When he's done with the song, come on back. There you go. Sure.
Now,
The musical chairs.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So if I just pull this back and she kind of sits here and then Tom kind of sits there, well,
We'll see you guys. Probably won't see Tom if he's off camera here, and that's totally fine. However, as long as we can see him playing there, that's great. So
I'll just pull her back here.
that's totally fine.
I think it'll give a little better.
Okay. Yep. Not a problem. And you'll be able to see exactly what's going on right here. This is your camera, right here
Yeah.
on this computer. So you'll be able to see.
It'll be right here.
Yeah. Correct.
This is the camera I'm looking at. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Your show. Coordinate and
You got 20 minutes? 19
yeah,
minutes?
no area.
Yep.
That's evolved. We all have areas we got to talk about. I'm actually curious to hear your discussions. I got sidetracked in this. Your discussions when you went to the tour and stuff like that. If there's anything there.
Lights on the corner, flicker and fade. While after all I remember the way. The path that I'm walking is withered and worn. At least I know someone has been here before. Coming in pretty hot.
It's
Technically.
Lots in.
But yeah, lower down. I mean, actually, because your song is a little slow, it's kind of really nice because it does
A little natural reverb.
right, and it doesn't back up on itself.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I got
Hopefully, invite
I'm pronouncing it right, Marsolo, right?
Marsolo, yeah.
So, 2 or 3 minutes, I think I want everybody to sit down in places and we'll briefly so we're all on the same page. It's great. We do have a little bit more logistics going on with that.
This way, if I make a mistake now, you can correct me. I'm not on camera. But we'll start recording all this when we sit down.
Yeah. Oh, we're recording.
Yeah.
This, right now.
Get some good B-roll stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
So,
I know, I like this kit. This kit's better than mine. Although mine's got like the foam padding, like holding everything in place. This is bigger and better.
We have 16 more handles.
yeah.
Hey, Tom,
Ian, are you guys going to just check out the slot for the hands? And start it out?
are we gonna do glasses or cans? Yeah. Are we
Whatever
gonna?
you think.
What's the question?
I think you should have one
Are we gonna
one glass for each of them, just so we can see the beer, and everybody else can drink out of the can. So just one.
So should I? Do you want me to put it in our small 8-ounce glasses?
That'd be great.
And you want me to get everyone like a
So
field
we
trip?
just need 3. So we're only going to do 3, so we can just see the beer, and then everybody else can drink out of the can.
Okay. And we wanted to do usually 3 beers.
Yeah.
Another one that we have one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, we'll do recreational.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's lead with this one. Do the second beer as the rugby ATL and then finish with.
With social distance.
So you want to do, guys, so we want to do beer, song, cocktail, song, beer, song.
I'm okay with whatever you want to do.
As long as you can see it with beers.
Ironmonger. Or we can just remove it off the table.
Well, you know, it doesn't need to be up there until I make contacts. I'll bring it up there like,
Strategic aspect of that. So ultimately, we just want to pour a little bit of beer just so we can see. I want to look there. When will we pop on?
It's about kind of for so that we can, or do we need,
Let's pour some cap in.
Oh yeah, the ones we drink.
Yeah.
I think that if we open again, it'd be more active. I think versus going away. It's a better place.
We don't
Going away.
want to get
it's staged up front. We want to do it while you're on.
Yeah, we're gonna do everything.
That makes sense.
So ultimately,
Is that what
That's a close.
yeah. So and the glasses are really just to see. Otherwise, we can drink out of. Usually, we all drink the beer. You know, so whomever wants to drink the beer. Yeah. So you'll be able to see yourself. Not that you need to look. You'll be talking with him.
I think we need to switch feelings and social distance.
Cool. Which one are we going to start with? So how do you want to?
I think we should start with this
We
one.
want to start with feelings and rugby and want to close, make the biggest deal on socially distance to close.
Okay.
What Ian wants to do.
I think that's good.
The social distance new one.
Yeah, Chuy's the new one, and
All right, we have 15 minutes.
Third,
Honestly.
13. So
So we have the new family together.
So Ian, I need a final decision from you.
okay.
Is that all right?
2 beers or 3 beers?
No, let's do 3 beers.
No. I know what we're doing. So just the same format. We're not going to move one to the end.
Let's do two cocktails, song, and then we'll talk about last beer.
So are we only doing 1 song or 2 songs?
2 songs. So we'll do beer, song, cocktail.
Dale.
I like Brandon a little bit between the cocktails while we're tasting the first cocktail.
Gotcha.
The second cocktail.
Great.
Then we'll do the next song. We have to talk about the big song. Play that. And then talk more about beer. Feel like we can play another. Sure. However we feel.
Okay. Cool. You know, we'll save the 3rd song for the YouTube. Yeah. Perfect. I like it.
double phone person.
So
But how do we want to drink beer? So we want to drink.
we're going to drink the beer in this order. We're going to do the lager, have your feelings, and then socially distance.
Okay.
So
but like, where are we drinking? Like, are we drinking these cans? Or
we're going to drink these cans. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just take from the back. I mean, if we want to take the beer apart.
You know what
So,
I'm going to.
do we need glassware then to drink these, or?
Well, I'd like to not have too much glassware. I really want the glasses just to see. And
Well, we
then,
all want to be drinking, right?
I mean, you guys should be drinking.
Yes.
You guys should be drinking. If they want to drink what they're drinking, they can absolutely drink with us.
Okay.
All right.
Should we get some more tasters or something?
I feel like we probably should have some tasters. Yeah. Just so we can give everybody stuff.
So who's
These are good.
who's opening the cans? Are you opening Ian?
I think Ian should be.
You open it, we'll just follow your
Yeah.
your show. You're simply your
Why don't
disciples.
we have these up front and I'll keep these?
We are doing what we're told. We do what we can.
Do we need more than 8?
This will be fun, yeah.
Sure.
I think that's fine actually.
Okay.
And if we need more, let me know, and I'll go grab them for you. That way you guys can stay on camera.
And then that way I can pour the taste. Sean and I can each do this. We'll pour tasting these. You guys can tell us about beer and taste it with us. I feel like that. One? That's good, yeah. One more over here. Here we are.
Make sure we don't want to short. We'll have an extra one here. Show gets more complicated. An extra one can sit there and not hurt anything.
Yes.
And I'm actually already drinking it socially distanced, so
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's such an easy thing to do.
it is, it's nice.
So everybody knows where we are. Do you need anything else, Ron?
You guys are married. So that on camera, this looks okay. And you can feel that separated. We're living the brand.
We got 8 minutes.
We still got 8 minutes.
We'll do live. Yeah, we'll go live.
Other ingredients in there?
That whole thing is also recording right now. So we'll take that and put that all on. Basically. That's why we're saying, like his third song is probably the extended version.
So what Ty was telling me is that you can take this, whatever you want, music or the beer tasting or joke and repost it or do something. I don't know if you want to post another hour.
If we chop it up into different bits and mold it.
Yeah.
Have one that's like the long one, and then I like that.
Yeah, that's what my original idea was to do, and then we all got locked in. So that's when Tim and I came up with the idea. Let's just lock in the basement, let's do a basement show. And so
Is this your first non-basement show?
this is the first one.
Basement, because the first 2 we did still in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah,
First location.
one, yeah.
I've watched 3 of them so far.
Okay. I've gone out in the backyard on my back deck. I've got a pretty nice deck set up, so I can sit up there. But yeah, mostly we're in the basement.
In the basement, it always kind of feels the same. I didn't see the backyard one. I did it.
Basement one's all the bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Artifacts I've collected over the years.
Well, now that I follow you on Facebook, I see all the crap you do.
Is it possible to turn off the air?
Turn off the air conditioning? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, yeah, we.
The things we do for.
Yeah. Take one for the team here. It's good.
I have to drink wherever to shut it out.
Yeah, it could be worse.
So just to go over the format again, we're going to do the lager, then the IPA, and then we're going to do a song. And then we're going to come back and do 2 cocktails.
Yep.
And then the song.
Then song.
And then we're going to come back and do socially distance.
And we'll send off, and then we'll kind of.
Cool.
And have you done songs with them before?
And not on the show.
Okay, so this is good too. This is another maiden voyage.
Oh yeah.
So again, just a refresher, when Brandon saw, when he does the song, he's going to move from where he is to there.
I'm going to step
And
back.
everybody's just going to just spread out so you can see him. And you'll see from the camera where we're at. When he's done, we're just going to do these stairs back to where we were. How do I see from the camera?
Close one eye and open.
Brandon, you're going to sit on this.
That was in my head.
Coolness. Pennsylvania.
Is that better?
Yeah.
AC off? At least I got it cool a little bit.
Yeah.
It makes it work. Nice how it works.
Bye, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Like I'm pouring for a wine tasting.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
It's fun.
And just don't stop video.
Yeah, and it's still recording, so
Don't stop video.
all the feebles and foibles and bobbles and freaking track.
All right, you have 6 minutes.
All right.
Any other questions?
Oh, man.
Tom, Val, Doug, you have any questions? Good. Brandon, you're good.
So, yeah.
And Sean, you guys good?
I'm still alive. So,
Hey.
yeah.
I'm still breathing.
Not dead yet.
Do we want to run through this real quick then?
What?
Cheers.
Cheers, kids.
You have
First
on
on location show.
Cheers. Yes. All. Thanks, Mr. Brandon. I thank you for all your pulling together.
All right. Let's do a quick little run through this real quick. So, basically, we'll start when Kai says we're going live. I'm going to say, hey, welcome, Beer Traveler. We're on our first on location stop here at Ironmonger Brewing. I'm with Tom Larson, Doug Bippert, and Val Bippert, as well as our music manager, Brandon Marcelo, and of course, Sean, the bartender, is with me as well. We'll then go into you guys. So we're here live at Ironmonger. Tell us about, your location, how you get started. I'll have just based on the conversation. Absolutely. Brewing, okay. That's good. I need those things. That's why we do this.
They call that OCD, but that's another whole topic.
No, you're right. So Ironmonger, we're here at Ironmonger Brewing. Tom Larson, Doug Bippert, Val Bippert, Brandon Marsolo, Sean the bartender. We're going to talk about 3 beers from Ironmonger tonight. We're going to be talking about the Rugby ATL Vienna Lager, which is just called lager.
Vienna Lagers.
Okay. We have the You Have Feelings, which is a double IPA, as well as the Socially Distanced, which is a Pilsner.
A traditional Czech Pilsner.
Traditional Czech Pilsner. All right.
Brandon, answer your last name.
Spell it. MARSOLO.
Oh,
I told her. I said it's filled with
Oh, she would
It's
change
the most
it.
intuitive way to spell it.
traditional is a better word. It's one of those things in hindsight that when I was doing all that stuff, we were rushing to get stuff out the door. I just wanted to make it feel like it was part of tradition. I don't know whether it was historical came in my head, it
Yeah.
did.
Right.
But it's funny how you say traditional. That's actually bad. That's the way we should call it. That's what it is. I'm telling you, literally, you could feel like you're back. Both of you and socially distant. You feel like you're in the middle of Europe.
Exactly.
That's what they taste like.
Yeah.
They don't taste like butter, no other foods. That's what they taste like. That's great.
So we're going to talk Rugby ATL first, then the You Have Feelings, then we're going to talk about the first song. We'll play it. Go into Sean Cocktail 1, which is going to be the Brown Derby. Correct? And then that's where we're going to have a conversation where you're going to talk about your music, talk about the norm, and talk about movie, album. I wrote it down, sorry. Just everything all day. What's the name of it again? Wander. That's it right here. I wrote it right. So I'm going to write it nice and big. All right. And do you know what songs you're going to play?
One definitely, I think the second one that's supposed to be like the more single type one that's A Place of Our Own.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one.
And it's called Elmira, the first one. That's ELMIRA. One word.
Okay. All right. After you play Elmira, Sean's going to talk about the first cocktail, Brown Derby, conversation with you about your whole music background, Norm, Wander. Then Sean's going to talk about the Tom Riddle, which is a specialty cocktail that he invented himself, comes up with, which has but you have to talk about Malort.
Talk about the ingredients.
Make sure you talk about the Malort.
Maybe someone will do a shot.
Yeah, I think you get down for a shot of Malort. Tom, I think you can do a shot of Malort.
I can do anything.
Yes, you can. You can do it.
Right. Yeah, 1 minute, guys.
All right. After that, Brandon, we're going to talk about for our own play. We'll go back into you guys, what you're looking at down the road, future, talk about the social distance. And we'll throw everybody's plugs.
And I'm going to let you know that we're live. I'm going to do it. I can actually do it. All right, here we go. 3.
Hi, welcome. It's Friday night. I'm the Beery Traveler. My name is Ian, and we are live at our first on-location show here at Ironmonger Brewing. I'm with Tom Larson, Doug Bibbert, and Val Bibbert. They are the co-owners of Ironmonger Brewing. We also are with Brandon Marsolo, who will be our musical guest tonight. He is talking about his brand new EP, Wander. We also have Sean, the bartender, with us as well, as always.
Good to be back. I don't have a sign tonight. So let's dive right in. We are at Ironmonger Brewing. Tell us a little bit about the beginnings and how y'all got started when you want to start brewing here.
Well, we're all West Coast guys, but we all like beer. So it was a natural fit for us to kind of dive into an environment and have great tasting beers. And we set up a great tap room here. We're trying to create what we call a craft destination. And not only can you come and try 20 different beers and seltzers, but you can throw axes. We've got Mike and Alchemist about to join us, so you can have a lead. And we're working on food, and we're working on craft burgers, vodka, tequila. We're still looking at that to come. We were just on the cusp of having that, happen until, COVID-19 hit. And so we kind of take a little bit about, step back. But we always go down and then we go forward. We can open a couple of weeks, we have a soft opening, following all the right distancing. And that's the beer we're coming out with. So pretty excited about that. So we like being around people and like that we come here and talk to people, share beer with them,
So how did the axe throwing fit into your concept for your brewery and your store?
Well, it brings excitement and it brings something to do. It's all about an experience. So, a lot of companies you go to, you try all the beers, you sit around and have a big conversation. But we also bring the experience of walking back to our axes, a little bit of competition. And then, we want to bring even more to that. So that's why we're trying to bring in the other, spirits people and wine. And we want to keep it fresh. We want to get experience around that.
With a name like Ironmonger, it's a big fit. And the idea originally came from actually the first brewmaster who founded the company in Bud. He and his wife had gone on vacation and went somewhere and drew axes. He sent a screenshot or sent a text message to us with a picture of them posing with their axes. And they talked about it and thought, hey, that's a great idea. It took a little while to get it going, but to get everybody on board with it, liability and whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah, one question we get is, hey, the combination of beer and axes, it's actually gone pretty well. We have highly trained coaches that make everybody do safe procedures. And, it's all done right, it's all in good fun. And we pay a lot of attention to that. And it's gone well.
We did make sure Sean wore his
I did
shoes.
actually check before that. I showed up the first day and
No open-toe shoes allowed. You will not be the You found that out by.
I would like to point out there is a long tradition of throwing sharp, pointy things in bars as darts.
Oh, absolutely.
And it really is darts on steroids.
Sure.
But to me, it doesn't know the destination. I like to use the Ironmonger experience.
Yeah.
And the reason is it's the energy level that comes with axe throwing. You cannot replicate. Amazing craft beers go along with without great beer or a failure. Be a great beer. The energy level of watching 40, 50 people throwing axes. The excitement. They come back to the tap room, they stay. Now they want to enhance their experience. The next group of 40, 50 go in, and you can hear the decibel level. So it's great beer, but it's that perfect blend. And it's kind of what Dow was saying. The Ironmonger, Viking Alchemist, axe throwing. We have a destination, but I tell you, it lands with the energy. The energy of Ironmonger is like no other location in Atlanta. We have our own kind of carved out our own little niche. It's very special to us. Well, I already am. So that, we already know that's what I wear on Sunday. So.
Well, hey, it's not playing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you on the Vikings.
That's
So,
fantastic.
can we try the first beer?
Sure.
The ATL. This is the Vienna Lager.
So as you're pointing that, you just kind of think about the history of it. Your question would be something like, why rugby ATL? We were in the community. We're into Marietta. We want to be part of the Marietta world. And Rugby ATL is a professional rugby team. This is their inaugural season. It kicked off in February. And when we met the ownership of Rugby ATL, and to be honest, through our partnership with Anthem Creative Agency, we created a partnership with Rugby ATL, and it was magical. We had a couple hundred of the folks, season ticket holders and stuff here at Ironmonger, huge event. And what was born out of it was we would love if you guys could create a Vienna lager for us. Sell at the stadium, sell in your tap room, places like Marlowe's, and it became a very special relationship. Again, pandemic hits and things have changed, but the beer didn't. The beer is still amazing. We brewed our second batch, so it's fresh. And we're having great success in the marketplace. You know, the Whole Foods of the world. But the partnership is here to stay. It's real. And I think you'll enjoy the lager. It's a true Vienna lager.
Awesome. This is what I tried when I came in the other day. Yeah. In fact, the first time I came out and talked to you, we were the night that you,
Isn't that pretty?
that's the color on it, like it's a nice accents. I'm holding the can. You all have the glasses.
It is beautiful.
That one's hard to lose.
Slightly dark amber color.
You know, it's a 5.6 ABV, so it's a true lager. And being a Vienna lager, I lived in Europe for years. And one of the things you realize that brings me back, my wife would say, because when you drink a lager in Belgium, this is what they taste like. This is the taste profile. It's not what you find in the U.S. with the historical Budweisers and Millers and such. It is truly a craft beer born in Europe. And that's, again, very unique to Ironmonger.
Yeah.
It's part of our experience. And we love our relationship with Rugby ATL. And I really hope that the season they refine their footing and the season gets on. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, this was one of the recipes that we mastered out to us. I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, he's been a great addition.
It's a lot of times when you do the Vienna lagers, they over roast the malt. This one is definitely not there.
Well, as to Doug's point, Jonathan Anderson, this is what he's special. I will never forget the August interview with him. He says, I'm a lager guy. So for me personally, I had a little bit of purpose I was trying to drive us towards versus double IPAs, which you need. But Jonathan said, I make the best Vienna lager in the industry. That's what I do. Okay, fine. So I looked at our equipment. I can do it. And I tell you what, now, fast forward a few months, he nailed it. Very, very good beer.
It's got a nice kind of brown sugary sweet malt, not like a sweet beer, but it's got.
And weirdly, that this is now nearly June 1st. What a great summertime beer.
Yeah.
I mean, with a 5.6, ABV, it's a real beer. I mean, it's got a lot of earthiness to it, but it's a great beer for the summer because it's still light, versus a double IPA like we'll be drinking in a minute. It's a great summertime beer.
No, it's crisp. As brown lager goes, it's got a fairly quick finish, so it's not like something you're like. It really makes you just want to dive into a scrum. And I honestly,
And we went to the games.
The rugby ATL team might agree with you.
I'll only say this. This is like so shouldn't be on the record. The rugby guys all came in. There's 37 guys in the team. Their thighs are this big. When you think of those scrum things, they would kill us. We would all die if we were to scrum with them. They're animals.
We
They're
had
tough.
a kickoff party where we use all the storm lanes the next day. I had to replace every target. They tore it up.
They're just tough and they're
They
great.
had a
Great
blast. Super nice guys. A lot of fun to watch too. Got to see a few games before it all came to an abrupt halt, but a lot of fun.
they're playing at Life University.
Life University, yeah.
Yeah, so.
For now, they're going to get a big
And we had, we had shuttles and we had pregame parties and postgame parties, we had the whole
All
thing.
shut down.
It was unfortunate for them, it was unfortunate for us, but the partnership will live on. They will live on, the season will kick back off, probably not till next year, but we will stick with rugby ATL. And again, it always starts with the beer. If the beer isn't very good, you got a problem. This is a great problem.
Excellent. Well, let's move on to this one. Which one are we doing? Yes, that's definitely the one.
This is one of our best sellers in the tap room, right?
Yeah.
It's our number one beer in the tap room.
So now we got it in cans.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it because we've never marketed UF Feelings, ever. We launched this in August. We're now on our 4th batch. And we kept thinking, and we want to rotate as a tap room, you want to rotate out your beers. We keep looking at the number, you get through August, September, October, and UF Feelings is your best seller, better than the ones we promote. And we also made the decision, we made the decision back in February that we wanted to make this a can beer. And we want to go with 16 ounce, but what it has is it's got the credentials. So, I mean, you know all your hops, I could do this repeating to me, but whatever all the various hops are, it has that sustainability to it because it's a very clean taste. And when you go with the double IPA, we're right on the edge. 7.7 ABV, you can kind of debate that double IPA thing. I mean, we're cusping, and of course, every time you brew it, lose 7.8, 7.5, you're gonna get a little bit of variance. It's right on that cup. It's an amazingly great beer. So we brought it to cans. And with the new graphics from Anthem.
I said the graphics on both these second beers are pretty fun.
Right.
That's our new team, if you will. We're all gonna look like part of the team.
So we partnered with the agency Anthem, which we won't go into the backstory how we connected with them, but they have been awesome. They've created a line of 5 new labels for us, and they'll go forward with the rest. And they're working with us to get these new labels launched to the whole design family, and they're just fantastic.
Yeah,
They're all colorful and vibrant and interesting, and we already had the names of most of the beers, so they just kind of worked with what we had and came up with some really interesting, fun graphics for us that make for great marketing.
We're professional, you know. When we were at Coke, a lot of them were ex-Liberty folks, so they really know the business. They brought some really creativity to what we're trying to do. They really upped our game and helped us really take our strategy and grow it. And now the graphics are starting to show. It's all coming together. And, you know, it's all about building a brand here and experience something that comes something over. And then you got the Alchemist, you got Ironmonger, you got Offstone, you got the graphics. It's all coming together now. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I didn't try it yet, so I like to talk about like just kind of the color and everything. I'm gonna just steal that glass. I won't drink out of it, but like it's nice. It's an opaque kind of hay, golden
Slightly
color.
hazy.
It's perfect. Like even now, it's still retaining a little bit of head, which is
Citra,
great.
Mosaic, and Simcoe.
Nice, thank you.
I can always taste the Citra. I can always taste the Mosaic. Those
No,
are
the
ones
Mosaic's
like
what
my
comes through the
favorite
most. I agree with you. The
hops.
Mosaic's what comes through the most. But what I like is of all the beers we've created in our generation, is the repeat rates on this are exponentially higher than anything else we have. Craft brewers love to try new beers. It's just in their culture. It's who they are. There's something about, okay, I'm going to try your new, we have a new, bourbon barrel aged beer. Armadillo. It's amazing. The drink, it's a 10F ABV. It's an amazing product. You know what? That person always said, and I'll have a chase it with the feelings.
Yeah.
And there's something about coming back to it because now we're 9 months into this. We have to can it. It's that good because true craft beer folks won't come back and repeat beers when there's always new beers coming. And this is the one, so that's why we did it.
Yeah.
It's got the sustainability in terms of just notice the head.
Yeah.
It held the way it should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I guess this is our 4th generation version. It's good.
This is very well balanced. Like it is hoppy, but it's a nice citrus hoppy. This is
Got the
the
Citra.
citric mosaic's what you taste the most, comes through
it's
the
what
most.
you want because it's a nice bite. But for me, and I can't do a lot of like higher like hop devil kind of IPAs. No offense, I just listed a real one. But like the ones where they're just like, hey, let's try to burn your tonsils. Like, that's not my game for me. But this is almost somewhere flavor-wise, getting closer to like a shandy, like where you add like a little bit of Sprite to beer. Like it's soft. It's a little more mellow. It's very well balanced. So it's, yes, I know there's hops in there. I can smell them. You can, like, they're on the nose. They're really potent. But as soon as it hits your mouth, it's more of a wave. It's really, really nice.
And I will just say what's really cool is you just pour this from the can.
Mm-hmm.
This is not coming out of the tap.
Yeah.
It really translated well, because you don't know. We had 8 months of, wow, this is a great beer. Let's can it. You never know. So we actually canned it a week ago, labeled it a couple days ago. Will be on shelves on June 1st. Okay. National's our distributor, and the Total Wines, the Hop Cities, the Whole Foods. I mean, everyone's in. And it's, again, we do our sampling. I'm pleased. The translation, the can worked, because in this world, there's no guarantees. We're very pleased.
So an interesting thing about this beer too is people will come in, maybe they've never been to our brewery before, and they're looking for an IPA. They're not sure what to try. And they'll look at the board, and a lot of them will choose You Have Feelings because of the name, right? So it's a cute, catchy name. And then they go, wow, there's a taste that goes along with that. So it's not just the cute, catchy name that made it a success. It's a great beer.
It's actually a great name, great beer coming right out of the places, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We all have feelings. And then, still need to be socially distanced.
Right. All right. Well, I'm Warren Brandon over here.
Can't wait to use music.
Yes, definitely going to get a song from you tonight. Tell us about the song.
Yeah, so this first one, it's on the EP Wander. It's called Elmira, which is a city in upstate New York. The song is actually written by a close friend of mine. It's the only one that I did write. And he doesn't play music professionally and everything, but he's a really talented dude. And I heard a recording of him playing this song. I just thought, like, man, this is a really good song. And I had this EP in the works. I asked if I could put this song on the EP, and he was really stoked about it. And so it's not a song I wrote, but I put a little bit of my stamp on it. And it's sort of about his time spent in Elmira. He's an environmental inspector, so he was up there working on a construction site, and just kind of like isolated away from his family and friends, and working these long days in this sort of small town. And it's just sort of the ode to that town that he did in that era of his life. So
Awesome. Well, let's hear it.
yeah, gonna do a little shifting around here.
Do some musical chairs real quick.
For sure.
Sean's going to stand up.
You're good.
Come back on camera. You got in trouble.
I've done wrong.
Fall licks at my front door, and I can't even see the creek. Sit at the bar, listen to a canned guitar. Wonder what my credit can buy. Yeah, I wonder what my credit can buy. In Elmira, all the buildings built the same. Women on the lake in my downfall, frozen tundra, just a train ride from fame. You never hear the name of anyone from Elmira. Bridges decay, clothes from walking. They're all still alive underneath. stolen shopping carts, nothing here but bars. But the liquor puts your mind at ease. Yeah, the silence puts your mind at ease. In Elmira, all the buildings fill the sea. There's no one left to blame for my downfall. Frozen tundra, just a train ride in fame. Never hear the name of anyone from Elmira.
Great.
Nice.
I tell you what, we need to start having an audience here.
Right?
Yes. I would have an audience.
They're there. They're online. Thank you, online people.
Sean, you're going to talk about some cocktails.
Yes. Yes. So first up tonight. I got my. You know, I made a tablet kit like a year ago. So we're gonna do a brown derby, originally called a Der Rigger, which no one really likes to say. So brown derby is named for a legendary diner in LA, which is now closed. You can find a facsimile of it in Disney World if you really want to go.
Brown Derby, I think it was featured in the movie Dragnet.
Was it really? I did not know. So brown derby is a bourbon cocktail. We're doing bourbon tonight in honor of Brandon because he likes bourbon. Correct.
You brought the bourbon out on us.
So do I. So bourbon.
By the way, how's your chicken burger?
Great. Yes.
That's all.
All right. So you're gonna need a few utensils out of here. Actually, we're gonna need a spoon on this one. All right. Lock that down for a second. I'm gonna get a few cocktail glasses there and like bumping things as I do this. So brown derby, fairly easy to make. It is. Oh gosh, that's a big bottle of bourbon.
You didn't know how many people were going to be here today.
Right.
It's Ironmonger Brewing.
And I've actually seen a few different recipes for this. I've seen 1.5 ounces or 2 ounces of bourbon. We're going to do 2 ounces of bourbon. We'll start off with making 3 of these, since that's the number of glasses I put in front of myself. I hope you like the branding on the bottle, by the way.
Excellent.
We do.
Right?
We very much appreciate it.
You are looking into the future, young man.
And what are you pouring in that out?
So this is grapefruit juice.
Oh, that's interesting.
So this is about 1.5 ounces of grapefruit juice. So you want to use basically whatever amount of bourbon you use. You want to use about 1/2 ounce or a proportionally smaller amount of that. And then finally, you're supposed to use a honey syrup, which we've talked about on the show before. I actually went with agave nectar just because I like it. It's my only reason for changing it. So you're supposed to use about 1/2 ounce. We're going to use a little bit less because the sweetness on agave nectar kind of comes out more. And you just don't want to use as much ratio-wise in cocktail. So there we go. It's sticking to that, so we're just going to go like that. Bam. Shake it up. Let's see on camera. Go. Have ourselves a brown derby. I'm supposed to garnish it with a grapefruit twist. I honestly forgot to buy grapefruits when I was at the store, but I did try this with oranges, and I think it actually accents it quite nicely. So we'll make sure Brandon wants to ask for cocktails.
We can share one.
Share one, and I'll make me and myself a more petite round.
You sure?
Yeah,
I'm sure. I mean, no, it's your show, but okay.
If I must.
Wow, that's tasty.
Yeah. So that I have a connection.
Oh,
So
goodness.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
really nice.
It's a problem. This is way, this is a very drinkable, very refreshing.
It's
Sean
does make some good cocktails. I'll give him that. It's just, everyone's good at something.
Cocktails are
I've
better than
homebrewed
songs.
before, but I'm not a brewmaster by any means. I'm a cocktail person. That's how I identify. Ty, the director, just giggled, so I'm not really sure what happens. It scares me a little bit.
Beer and a little
Oh, for sure. And we've made beer cocktails before. That's a thing. That's a. You want it in there?
There might be a little bit more.
Eat it. You just want some of that in there? Oh.
Keep up with it, yeah.
Sure. Delicious. Here we go. That one goes in that one. That one goes in that one.
I don't typically grapefruit juice as
I've never seen that done before,
What do you
but it
think,
works
like-
really nicely.
What do you think about like an old fashioned, like citrus and bourbon work well together? And it's really, I think it's really adding a honey or that sweetness factor, kind of binds it together.
Like a bourbon greyhound.
Yeah, that's basically, except for the extra sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I get the orange
Maybe
too?
you mix your own.
Oh yeah, why not? I did prep before this. Check out the extended footage. Ooh. Oh, I'm actually excited.
delicious.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Really
that,
too.
that came out nice. It looks much better in your glass. All right, and of course my bar tails can clean up a little bit here.
All right, so Brandon, tell us a little bit about your music background.
Yeah. Well, in the early 1900s, a pair of Italian immigrants moved to the United States. When I was about 13, I started playing guitar, and it was just strictly a hobby at that point. I guess maybe 2 or 3 years into it, I quit playing guitar probably 5 times. It was just, I'm never going to get this. It's too hard. My fingers hurt. All these excuses. But now I teach guitar now, so I hear them all the time from my students. But so I started doing gigs when I was probably 17 on Friday nights after high school, and it just kind of, it became the sort of primary focus of my life at that point. I'd still never taken a lesson in my life until I started music school in college and started studying classical guitar. And I had been in several bands all the way back to when I was a teenager. Went through a bunch in college and eventually linked up with the Norm guys, which is how we met. That's definitely been the most successful or the most kind of active, committed band I've been in. And and all that time, in 17 or 18 years of playing, I had never released any music under my own name. I'd always written songs, and I sort of had that like common, artist self-doubt that like every time I wrote a song, it's not great. And finally, just kind of had the inspiration to put a little collection of songs together. So that's how Wander came about, which is the new EP. It was released on Sunday. It's on all of the big streaming platforms and digital outlets. So yeah, you can just kind of search my name on iTunes or Spotify, anything like that. BrandonMarsolo.com is one you can check that out too. But yeah, it's just kind of for the better half of my life, it's kind of just been music.
Yeah, because I met you through the Norm, Ryan, and we got to hang out on the cruise a little bit. Like that dinner that we had was great. You guys got to tell stories. So one story I didn't hear though is how you got to join.
Yeah, it's funny. And I thought about this when you mentioned your master saying he makes the best piano logger in the industry.
So it started with a night of drinking in Milledgeville, Georgia, which is where the norm formed. That's where I went to college. Brian and Ryan had moved down there to, Brian was working on a TV show at the time that was based out of Milledgeville. So we met at like an open mic night and we started hanging out, went out drinking together, whatever. At some point in the night, you know, we got to talking about like the band together, and I said, well, I'm the best guitarist in Milledgeville, so if you can let me join your band. And that may not have been true, may have, but it worked. So that was kind of how it started, and it started with these sort of acoustic, you know, me, Brian and Ryan doing these little acoustic shows, and eventually blossomed into full band and do recordings together.
Maybe soon to be here in Ironmonger too.
I hope so. That's awesome.
And where did you play in Milledgeville? Buffington's, Amici's?
Not all of the above. Yeah.
I had 2 kids that graduated from college.
Okay.
I trust me. I know the high street very well.
Yeah. Amici was always like, as far as, you know, I don't know if they use the right word, but the bars that I cut my teeth in is music, and Amici's, it's home base.
Yeah.
And one of the owners of Amici, John Joyner, was the first drummer in the Norm. And we've been in like a few different bands together, Don and I. And, so it's a great music town. You know, it's a really small college town, and there's one sort of block of downtown. You know, there's 7 or 8 bars, and that's pretty much it as far as the nightlife goes. But there's been so many great bands that came from there, and kind of outgrew Milledgeville, which is unfortunate for the people that live there. But it's nice to see, you know, kind of that jumping off.
Cool. You know your 90s hip hop? He plays amazing. The Norm plays an amazing cover of Miss Jackson. Like he breaks it down like guitar solo. It's great. But let's move along to Sean has another cocktail for him. This is one of Sean's babies. This is a cocktail that Sean invented himself. He uses this special ingredient called Malort.
Sorry, still drinking the other cocktail.
Malort, and I think we got Tom to say he was going to try a shot of Malort tonight.
We can do that.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well used, brother.
I actually brought a couple ice cubes for the first couple of these cocktails. That's a little bit.
You know, I've seen these that are like the shape of
No, that
the
one's less.
I'm surprised you don't have those.
You know, the amount of preparation I put in here anyway. Let's see if this one's a little bit bigger. Yes. So the Tom Riddle, there's a lot going on as far as the backstory of this cocktail. But essentially, a friend of mine gave me some Malort when she left Georgia. She's from Chicago. She was here. I knew her here in Atlanta. She was going to LA for a job, and she had a bottle of Jepson's Malort. So they're the only people that really commercially make Malort in the United States. And it's really only popular in Chicago. And if you pay $1 a shot, you're paying too much. Like, it's a Swedish liquor that is really just neutral spirits infused with wormwood. So it's like the granddaddy of absinthe. Now, if you think absinthe, there's a little sweetness, there's anise quality, there's some other herbal components. There's a little bit of a bitter dryness to it. The bitter dryness is all Malort is. Just take away all the other fun stuff. And there you have more.
And I signed up for this. Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't know, but I'm working on trying to be a better salesman here.
Well, so I described this to our chef without like really getting into the taste components. I mean, I talked about a little bit of it. It's sweet red licorice root. It tastes a little bit like that. A lot of choral singers use it. It has this antiseptic quality, and it tastes like licorice root. However,
let me tell you, our chef is hard to.
It's hard to phase.
It's hard to get him to say he likes anything.
So I'm just putting 2 dashes of my own homemade Malort onto each cube.
Sweet.
That is a better way to use it versus doing a shot, which Yeah, we're gonna find out later. And let's see. Oh, there we go. We're gonna use some cherry bark vanilla bitters.
This is
He's
scientific.
got like
Like a lab.
little bag of tricks there.
Right? Oh yeah, this whole bar I made, but it's got all my stuff in it.
The whole bar.
Right. It is.
You never know when you'll need to make a cocktail.
So I was actually walking around Dragon Con last year with this case. It's fairly heavy. Only one person stopped me and said, "Hey, is it a bar?"
At least they didn't ask you if it was a bomb.
Right. Well, it was 12:30 at night. I said, "You know what? You're the only one that's asked me. Yes, sir, it is. Let's have a drink." And I just sat down on the floor in the middle of the lobby of the Hilton.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a cocktail. All
That's
right.
awesome.
So we have a little bit of our Malort glasses. Basically, what amounts to a couple dashes of bitters for each drink in our mixing tin. So normally I do just a little squirt of simple syrup because it's in a squirt bottle. We're gonna do just under a 1/4 ounce. What would count as kind of a dash of simple syrup for each cocktail. There you go.
This is also a cocktail that's on the menu.
Right, is
And
the
it's been there for a while.
this is true.
So it's holding up well.
Impressive.
All right.
It is, I'd say outside of our Canoe Manhattan, one of the longest running and most popular cocktails at Canoe.
That's some Fred's go.
All right, so we're gonna do 2 ounces for each. This thing's gonna get really full. Bam. All right, and where did I put my stir? There it is. Give it a nice stir. Oop, too much stir.
Nice stir.
Sorry, I splished a little bit.
That was a rough stir.
I got a little excited. There we go.
So strong and ice cube.
Yes.
One for good luck. All right, so a nice, good stir. Meld all of those ingredients together. Go ahead and grab citrus. So we're going to strain out over a big cube that's already been washed with a little bit of Malort. I don't think I mentioned Malort. I said it's made with wormwood. Wormwood's scientific name is absinthium. It actually really is the granddad's absinthe. And some brewers do actually use it as a bittering agent in their beers.
Interesting.
Just throwing it out there.
You have the Malort here.
Malort here.
What is this cocktail?
So this is my signature cocktail. I make this. So really, where it came from is besides getting that bottle of Malort from a friend of mine and saying after doing a shot, was that I'll find a way to get this on the menu at Canoe. And one of my other favorite cocktails is a Sazerac. And when you stop to think about a Sazerac, I don't like rye. It's a fantastic cocktail. It's very well balanced. It's easily drinkable. I've had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Louisiana. So, yeah, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So I'm just zesting right now. So I'm getting some of the oils on the glass and into the cocktail. So I basically just stopped to think about what does Malort taste like. It's barky, it's bitter, but it also has some of these root and antiseptic qualities. I bet you it would go with cherry bark bitters, so it has some barkiness to that. Cherries go well with bourbon, old fashions. So really, it just kind of started branching from there, and I took some ingredients from work one night, and I made this at home for myself. And I thought, this is really good, so I took it back to work, tried it out. I'm going to move the bottle because Ty, the director, said so. Out of the way.
And then this is chef approved.
So he tried it, and this is after I made him try Malort. He actually said, "I don't trust your palate anymore," because I essentially lied to him to make him try it. And then he tried it and went, "That's good." And he walked away.
It's done.
I can't wait to try.
So would you like to share one, or would you like your own?
We're gonna share one.
Brandon, of course, definitely has to have one.
And so I've been doing preserved lemon, and I'm gonna see if it's maybe I'll try preserved lemon.
Or you let me know if it's
Get the lemon right on the
Wow.
nose. The oils.
super well balanced. I like to say it's one of the most well balanced bourbon cocktails you will ever have.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Right, because the bourbon doesn't dominate the flavor profile.
Right.
It's a balance.
Very
You know,
unique
3 or
flavor.
4 different tastes are coming through.
It's the bitters.
Well, it's the bitters and the Malort. One of the great things about Malort, and you'll find out in a minute, I'm just gonna keep pulling you into this, is that it sticks to your palate. It will not go away. It takes about 15 minutes for it to go away, which
Really nice.
can be a curse, but at the same time,
Which
using
is
a cocktail,
what really is
it draws out your flavors.
is what stands out in this drink is that Malort taste. You don't know it yet, but that's once you taste the shot of Malort,
Right.
you'll know. You'll be like, that's what it is.
And so how long has this been on the menu? A year,
3
6
years?
months?
3 years.
About 3
Yeah.
years.
So it's really getting the repeat levels looking for as well.
It
Oh
goes,
my
it
gosh.
comes back. It
Yeah.
So
goes,
I'd like
comes
to have
back.
this option.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is down by the river,
Absolutely.
hanging
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
around
It
that
is.
chair.
This is Sean, just well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, truly well done.
Outstanding. We'll have to go order one next time we're at Canoe.
Or if you see me out in the streets, I usually have a kid.
There you
Yeah, we'll be
go.
looking for the kid from now on, yeah.
Kid is,
Yeah.
what do you think, man?
Yeah, really tasty.
The lemon peel comes out well.
It does, and it's really all you need is some of those oils fall on top. Like so at work, we'll make batter twist, we'll just kind of express it, and then
Don't let
They're
Ben
in.
see the way that you did that lemon.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have every bartender doing that.
So I will say this knife I got as from an IKEA bar set
Sweet.
15, 16 years ago. And I love it because this kind of channel knife is super, super sharp. And it's not a very good fruit bar prep knife. I have a separate one here on my other cutting board. Because I like the Japanese style.
Yeah.
But the twister on this is, I love it. It's fantastic.
Very nice.
Oh, man. All right.
That's a weird sipping one.
Clean my tools.
This is so far here.
So,
Oh,
we're gonna do
This is
the shot
such a
first,
Doug
the
group.
shot
It's
before.
ridiculous.
I think we're gonna show on like after
I guess
that.
we're saying lemon.
All right. So, when we're gonna talk about your last song or your second song tonight. You don't know if it's last. There might be some bonus coverage later.
That'd be awesome.
But
Anything Brandon does is very good.
yes. So this is a song that you are promoting a single.
Yeah.
CD.
Yeah, so this is the first song on the DVD. And it's actually one that I wrote probably 2 or 3 years ago. And it just kind of, sat away in a notebook for quite a while. And when I got to the studio for the first day, I didn't have much of a plan as far as which songs I was going to do or how I was going to arrange them, that kind of thing. And the engineer I was working with, Andy Headley, said, "Where do you want to start?" I'm like, well, let's just put this scratch track down for this song, this part of it. And it kind of, developed there in the studio, which is nice, but it's an expensive way to go. So I think if I was going to do it again, I'd probably go in with a little bit more of a plan and be a little bit more, time efficient. But yeah, this was kind of the one thing that I knew I wanted to put on this record.
All right. Excellent. Quick question before you play the song. About laying your track down in the studio. I've never really talked to a musician about how that really goes down. Like, sure, what is the whole process? You come in with this song and you have somebody who's like in the back critiquing you, like, this part sucks. You need to do this. Is that how it happens, or is it?
It's different for every single person that goes to the studio. So that person would be like a producer in the studio. Right? I wasn't working with the producer. I was just working with the sound engineer who, sets up all the recording, mixes the tracks, and does all the sort of wizardry on the computer that I don't really, have the skill set to do myself. A producer would make critiques to the music and suggestions, and then you should double up this chorus at the end, that kind of stuff. But for me, I had kind of a unique process in the studio because I was playing everything myself, so I played all the drums and bass and keyboards, guitars. So yeah. So the way these songs kind of fleshed out was I would do a scratch track on the guitar, meaning I would just kind of play the song through. This wasn't like a track we were going to use in the final product. It was just something that I could play the other instruments over. So I played the guitar, and then I did bass, then drums, Then all the extra guitars, like electric guitars and everything on top, and vocals last, because I think the tenor you want to sing over the most finished product. So yeah, it was kind of a slow step-by-step thing because I was the only one in there doing it. So you only finish one thing at a time. Yeah.
Nice.
But it was a blast for me. It was the first time I've done that too. So I had done studio sessions with the dorm and with some bands in the past, but it would be I'd be one little part of that. I would go play my guitar parts.
And I would imagine Brian has a lot more to say about what things are going on.
Sure.
Songs that Norm, and now you're kind of you control a little more about
Right.
what goes on here.
Yeah, and this music, stylistically very different from the norm. You can hear that
Yeah,
in the way I
absolutely,
play the air. But yeah.
That's cool. Well, play the song for us.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent.
Let's do it.
This one's a little bit on the slow, somber side.
Well, I like this one. I've been listening to this.
The lights on the corner, they flicker and fade. So I'll have to hope I remember the way. The path that I'm walking is withered and worn. At least I know someone has been here before. These factory walls are 100 years old. They saw cigars and rail cars before it got sold. The windows are busted, the cobwebs are thick, and now there's graffiti on every last brick. Now I roam this place all alone, watching the train disappear. Then I saw you watching it too, and that's when I knew we had a place of our own. The day we left home, you had hope in your eyes. I tried my hardest to keep it alive. The river kept running, the road rambled on. When the road ended, the water was calm. When I got back, I laid down in my bed, with whiskey and memories clouding my head. The warmth of your skin and your breath on my neck made me forget that my mind was a wreck. Now I roam this place I call home, singing these songs to myself. Then I heard you singing them too, and that's when I knew we had a place of our own.
You just know what I'm doing. Download.
Need some more whiskey now.
Nice, very nice.
All right. Well, we have another beer to talk about tonight.
Wunderbar.
This is the newest one that Ironmonger has out. I'm right on that, right? The newest.
It's absolutely the
Yes,
newest.
it is.
The newest one?
This is our beer that is perfect for.
I like the can. It's got the Zoom screen, kind of like how we do. It's like our show is the Zoom screen.
Been there.
We've got someone chilling on the ice over here.
Now we have over here.
Threw a couple on
Chilling on
ice
the
just
ice
to-
over here.
I know.
This is the official beer of Challenging Town.
Yes, it is.
It's official.
So
But it's not a challenging beer.
it's not
It's
challenging
not
at all,
challenging
but it's
beer.
challenging town. We need a
It's,
beer.
and that's why you need an easy drinking beer. You need something that you can just go to and be comfortable and, yeah, drink it up.
So this is a traditional Czech style.
This is, and the hops come from Czech. I mean, it truly is a traditional Czech beer. And the hops are, again, how they say SAAZ, sauce, hops. That's what makes it different. No one really uses the sauce hops here in the US. And it's a 5.0 ABV. And what Val was just saying is it's so easy to drink. Weirdly, what was in February was a different discussion in the double IPAs and the heavy porters and such. At the beginning of summer, weirdly, it's challenging times. The amazing beer is we have a 5.0 ABV that it comes right out of the heart of Europe. And hops come from Europe, and it tastes like maybe we're lucky, but our brewmaster specializes in Central European beers, and it's where the Rugby ATL came from. That was strategic. This one came out of opportunity, and we needed a light beer that reached everybody. We all are challenged with the same dynamics within your family, with your friends, and extended family. This reaches everybody. There's not a true craft. I was talking to a guy named Chris tonight. He's a fabulous guy. True, I'm a double IPA guy. I know my hops. I said, try it. He says, this is amazing. And the reason is because this reaches all of us. And the situation we're facing is all of us. And this is a unifying beer. And I couldn't be more proud of what, with the partnership with Anthem, as Val talked about, Anthem advertising agency has been tremendous. We took a Pilsner that allowed us to reach that Central European Pilsners, which uniques it or differentiates it from the US, but allows it then to reach the scale that you need to in America, given the prices, so the challenges. I mean, personally, I've never had a beer that's so easy to drink on June 1st as this beer. And so for me, selfishly, heaven. So
This is designed for times, but it was designed for the lake. This is a lake-like type beer.
Yeah.
This is what you
It
can
does.
drink.
We're lake people. Just so you guys know, we're lake people, and I'm telling you, enjoy summer.
With you on that. I'm a lake person too. Tom, you're from Minnesota. I know you said you're.
I am from Minnesota, Owatonna.
Owatonna.
Well done, young man.
So, yes, I remember that. I grew up, I was born in Rochester. I lived in Spring Valley.
Oh, yes.
So.
Home sweet home.
You know, southern Minnesota, you know, this kind of beer you drink in the summertime.
You
up there.
do, and
You go fishing, you know.
What's the bartender have to say about that?
Well, so I just want to get one of you to hold up the glass slightly like grapefruit-ish. So it's a nice, very clear, see-through pale yellow. Just a little bit of head on the top. This is actually, so like lingering on my palate, I'll take another sip in a second. You get like a little bit of champagne bubbles, like really just fine bubbles from it. It's a lingering. It's not. It's weird. It's somewhere between like I get this light malt.
But you're getting the hop. The hops is still
And then-
what's
and then
coming
it's the
through,
hops, but it's
because the
not-
lingering is what you're picking up.
Yeah.
Is
Right.
the sauce hops is what's, at least for me, is what's sticking with me.
But
But
it
it's-
is very light. It's
yeah,
very.
it's light, and it's-
crushable, if
it's
you will,
warmed up a
you know?
little bit.
Crushable was one of the objectives,
Yeah.
and we kind of nailed it with our
Say
Jonathan
crushable?
Anderson.
Delicious.
We used the, he asked me,
You know,
when we were
something
doing
for
this, he
everybody.
said, and again, tough times, and again, we had lines out front. The axe throwing defined us, the beer without beer. And he asked me, he said, do you want, this is his quote, Jonathan Anderson, do you want a crushable beer? And we said, we do. I
Yeah.
want it to be crushable for the summer. Now, to be honest, the original name wasn't socially distanced, but we also didn't anticipate this when we wrote our portfolio strategy back in December. We have to brew. You can go to Savia, by the raw materials, you gotta do what you gotta do. The beer, and you can see it on the camera. I mean, what Anthem did with the graphics of bringing socially distance to life and making it relevant to all of us, all of us in this room.
This is our show. This is our show.
And we live it, and we live it here in Ironmonger Tap Room in the Axe Flowing. I was fortunate to be out at Whole Foods and Target and Beverage Mart and Total Wines and Hop City. I mean, I was out yesterday kind of doing what I do. The appreciation, for masks and social distancing, but the appreciation for the beer quality and then the positioning of socially distanced was phenomenal. We will have 10K side stacks throughout the city. And the reason is this is a great, what would you call it? Crushable beer.
100%.
I'm gonna call it a lake beer too, because, and the other thing is, you need to really look at the label really close. When they design the label, there's so many things you can pull out.
Lots of detail.
You think about the Zoom
Lots of detail
camera.
on the label because it really is
Defines the
intended to
vibe.
represent everybody. You know, we're all in this together, so to speak. We're all in this together at a social distance.
I will say what this beer really reminds me of, and you probably had this beer before. Maybe y'all have, maybe I haven't, but this reminds me of the Liney's Light that you can only get in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, really.
You are dating yourself just a little bit, but you're totally right. And it is
I used to ride my bike as a kid across in front of that brewery.
It's so
growing
cool.
up.
And that's, you know,
My aunt lives in football, so yeah. So
and again,
this is
very cool.
exactly
it
what
meets
this
that
is.
criteria.
Yes.
It's a late beer,
Yes.
but it's for everybody. This is not for the old or the young. Hey, it's just for all of
I
us.
feel like this is the beer, like the Lightning Light is the beer that Miller Lite bought Lightning Kugel so that they wouldn't compete with them on. And this is nails that, like right on that. You have that grit in there. That
My headline, Ian, is, being out in the marketplace the last 2 days, it's unbelievable the reaction we're receiving. And I could throw out all the names, but it's all the people you expect to say, this is what I'm looking for. Because when you have the right beer at the right time, we nail it. Part of it's luck, part of it's the fact we had a great beer to start with, a great basis Pilsner that we worked with Jonathan Anderson. But I'm telling you, you guys can go around the city 2 weeks from today. We launch on Monday. You'll see 10K side stacks everywhere.
It's a very rich proposition.
Our biggest problem is that we got to produce more. We got to figure out a way to get more cases produced, and we got a different set of issues to deal with.
You know, it
That's
just
good
gets to
problem.
the idea that we really are kind of, it sounds hokey to say, but we really are kind of in this together, and we're all looking out for each other, and what better way than to share a beer, even if you have to do it at a social distance, socially distanced.
And we're very good at that. Here at Ironmonger, if you came in today, we're extremely good at socially distanced. The tables, the hand, everything's met. We are obsessed. I'd say we're obsessed. It's important. And this beer simply reflects who we are culturally and as an identity. But I'll tell you what, on a boat,
I know it's not the same
it's
style.
ridiculously good.
Reminds me a little bit of Polish.
Again, Jonathan Anderson.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you owe me something for this. He came in and said, I'll create your goals because that would give you day one.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'll create your Vienna lager. We didn't know it'd be rugby ATL, but he said, I have the best rugby, I have the best Vienna lager. And then he said, I could do a Pilsner that is best in class. We weren't sure what we're going to do with it yet, but this is back to strategic planning. It landed, weirdly, the perfect beer at the perfect time and the perfect product. We got kegs and we have cans, but the cans reflect the identity of the beer. We will have this in pubs and taverns and restaurants across Atlanta and a lot of parts of Georgia.
We'll do this one right now.
No.
Kevin at Canoe.
Oh, our beverage director at Canoe. Yes.
Yes.
I know you're watching because you tell me you watch every week. So.
Hey, and after you do that, we're designing an Oktoberfest. It's going to be fabulous.
All right.
And who better to do it than Jonathan? It's going to be
Because Oktoberfest is about crushable beers as well. It isn't about the double IPAs. It's not about the high-end porters and stouts. It's about crushable beers. Which, again, call us lucky. Jonathan Anderson is the best of the best of creating crushable beers. Just is what it is.
But
Our big,
as he's also great at the IPAs because you have to
It is good.
He's done his own little tweak on human feelings.
And it is awesome. So I won't say that.
Sorry,
No, I won't even disagree with you on that.
I'm excited for that.
I'm selfishly excited about the Oktoberfest beer that will launch in August.
I've had most Oktoberfest beers, so I'm excited for that. I've
So-
spent a lot of time off
So, and we're studying them
Yeah.
now, and from
Yeah.
Sam Adams to whatever. I mean, they're great Oktoberfest beers, but they all have kind of their space.
Sure.
We will carve out our own space where the whites will be. From a Coke lens, where's the white space? We want to own Oktoberfest. We'll launch in August. We're not waiting till October because there's a lot of timing.
September is
pre-sale.
where it happens.
September
It is. So we'll produce on or about August 1st. It will be a crushable beer, whether it's a Pilsner or a lager or something. It will.
Crushable,
We want it to be easy to drink.
yes.
We want it to reach the scale. We want the people to go to Oktoberfest and be able to enjoy it. We will always have our double IPAs. We have the next generation feelings for the fall, post-fall. We have literally 3 more versions of porters, IPAs, and double IPAs. We'll probably throw a sour in. We're a portfolio beer company.
That's you doing the seltzers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We got
and
20
we
varieties
and
of
never
that.
give up on the seltzers. Seltzers is an amazing category. I mean, we had a guy today just saying, this is the best seltzer I've had. This is, it's our passion fruit seltzer. I've heard that before. So we never want to lose sight of the seltzers either, but portfolio strategy is important. You map out where you want to be. Oktoberfest is a big strategic play for us. We want to be out there in the marketplace, and I encourage people to come in to Ironmonger or as a tap room and take advantage of our Oktoberfest parties we'll put in place.
Absolutely.
But, there's no pressure on Jonathan to go to Oktoberfest. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna send the link to this.
The other thing I like is I really think that the new ought to really jump all over this. Actually, both these beers, you have feelings. But this is what they're doing right now. This is one of our best sellers.
Yeah, so I want to bring this out. Right now, we're selling a ton of Bill.
I got a guy from New Jersey that I did a beer trade with for local beers, and that was the one that he was like, the bill. Yeah.
The Bill is a
Yes. And they're just spot on.
and we're selling a ton of Bill at a Canoe, and it's working well. And it's a core. We have 3 core beers that are here to stay. We have an IPA, we got the Blood Orange Ale, and we have a Belgian Wit. Staples, differentiated staples. They sell and they sell day in and day out. Seasonality, be gone. Okay, we appreciate what's going on with Bill at Canoe. It's a great beer, but to add either Feelings, which is a double IPA, the edge of double IPA, and then to bring in socially distanced, which is kind of that Pilsner, but it's really a Czech Pilsner, traditional Czech Pilsner. It brings a variety of the differentiation and the seasonality. So we couldn't be happier when we're going to a beer company, but we're also about the experience. We're more than beer. We're about the Ironmonger experience.
Well, we're about the experience too, and we're gonna have to throw our shameless plugs in here because we are running out of time. So I'm gonna let Brandon go first. Where do I watch music? Where do we can find you at?
Yeah, so BrandonMarsolo.com is kind of like a website. You can find links to all the purchase sites and streaming stuff there. But yeah, just if you can search Brandon Marsolo on Spotify or iTunes, the EP is called Wander. And I hope you listen to it soon.
John?
Tonight.
Awesome. So you can, of course, find the Beery Traveler on Facebook, the Beery Traveler on YouTube, the Beery Traveler. Look for this branded logo right here. Sorry, I'm excited now.
movie.
Right. Yeah. So that's also on there. You can find me. I'm Sean Weiland at male_NPC on all the social media. Ask me any bar questions. I'd be happy to answer them. I make cocktails every week for the show and daily in my day job. And also, should we tag you on anything?
Yeah, heck yeah. So
Hashtags.
our website is ironmongerbrewing.com. We are on Facebook at Ironmonger Brewing and also on Instagram.
Beautiful. Ironmonger Brewing.
Ironmonger Brewing,
Gotcha.
absolutely.
And Ironmonger, the plug for who we are, the Whole Foods of the world, the fresh markets of the world, the Total Wines, the Hop Cities, we really have become ubiquitous. Ironmonger is becoming a brand that people appreciate. And, when you're out shopping, your package stores, your retail stores. I was at Target yesterday, up in Kennesaw, bought a ton of cases from us because they care about local breweries. This whole thing of supporting the local community is very real.
Yes.
I mean, it brought tears to my eyes at that Target. I mean, literally, I was crying because they had such an appreciation for what we're doing. And so look for us when you're out buying, but come to the tap room. And we're the experience, and quite honestly, throw an axe.
Yes, throw an axe.
And we're gonna have people like Brandon. So it's gonna be Brandon.
Yeah, which, Brandon, you gotta let us know, would you want to be playing here or there? You want that, you let us know which section you want, and you're in.
All right.
You're beautiful. Thank you.
Well, we're going to end the show. We'll have some more outtakes coming later. My name is Ian. I'm the Beery Traveler. I'm here for a good time and great beers. Please come see us again on Friday nights, 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for watching.
Cheers.
All right, get us out of here.
Cheers. Lovely.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Right?
Can we like hashtag put your accent to it?
Brandon, you are awesome. Despite all this, I know with these guys, you are a scary, awesome guy.
I am too.
Your music, your voice just is transcending. I don't know if our word is, but
It's like it's like sitting in the shower, and everything sounds good.
weird acoustic. Well, he's got
That subtle reverb.
it sounded great. Acoustics are not, we are lucky to Doug first be supporting. All these little things we put up. You guys so busy though. We want to put another really double the amount of acoustic panel.
Good, like to try that socially.
But you sounded
Asking the other
great.
ones, they didn't pass this one.
So, I literally will get home tonight, or maybe in the morning. But you'll be downloaded with one or the system. And did you get paid per album EP that gets downloaded?
So if people go to like iTunes, for instance, and actually purchase the album,
I don't have to purchase it. I don't have to purchase it. They'll just show up. So you get part of my $10 a month or $15 a month.
Oh, yeah. So if you were on Spotify or whatever kind of streaming
Right.
service, right? Yeah, I mean, I get a fraction of a penny per listen.
Because I mean, I'm literally going to go home and I won't spend any money because it's just a monthly. They take money from me, whoever Apple does. And I download whatever I want, but I'll download you tonight.
Yeah, it all it adds up, but yeah.
All right.
Please do.
So we should tell, and we'll.
Yeah, I'll leave you a card.
And if you can tell Rob, if you didn't mention Rob, just he downloads it.
Great.
I'm definitely a creator.
That's so we can put you on our. We run music here 24/7 when we're open.
Oh yeah.
You can download, wander on this thing, just play it, whatever. We just check I live. You're worried about this, no, I'm not going to, but it would be great. Figure it out. That's
Two lights. We do 2 lights. One in the shadow.
Center.
Which is you, by the way.
If the person
We're shadow.
People
We're gonna.
We do. I need to tell you another class.
They are.
Yeah, don't worry, he paid his $5. So don't think he got those for free.
Oh, no, I paid for them.
He paid for them, I made sure.
No?
They make the best variety of pretzels. I love them.
They're very good. But just so you know, I still made them pay. Don't think I gave it to him for free. We're still trying to manage cash flow here, just so you know. The beer we can give.
I was
the
happy to
pretzels,
support.
yeah.
Absolutely. No worries.
I
got the Italian one for my wife.
I know, I didn't quite get it in.
Last second.
It was kind of, it was a throw in, this is what they sell today, and quite honestly, the business is actually okay good at Canoe. It's hard to understand the relationship to go beers, the opening, it's just such a hard day.
We're just because we're limited in.
Seating, yeah, the seating is very limited.
Are you doing to-go cocktails?
No, so we stopped doing to go as soon as we opened.
You stopped to go?
Right, because we can only have so many chefs.
I didn't realize that.
to go cocktails. So I think we had. I don't know if we had to, but we did stop doing to go.
But Sean, that's an interesting dynamic. Society is evolving to the go thing. Pizza, Papa John's and Domino's Pizza were up last 2 months, 35% of pizza. Mainstays pizza companies. They've been around forever. But culture realized they can push a pizza button and get it delivered to my house. Why? Because they've always done that. They just simply got more of it. But the canoes of the world, it's a new thing. And do I really want a steak, or do I want chicken, or do I want some type of vegetarian plate delivered to my house? I don't know yet. I don't know what your to-go business was, but to me, I love
Well,
that
but
push.
it's also to what you're saying. It's the experience. It's the experience.
Well, and why am I going to pay $100 for 2 people at my house? It's date night, and so it's.
They did very well.
I thought, but the to-go should be okay.
The thing I say is, unless you're a really good chef, this is the difference between canoe and another restaurant.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I agree.
Is that
But that's a good place to show
up.
up.
I go to canoe because they do something I can't.
That's the point. You nailed it.
I brew beer. I make cocktails. At the same time, if someone comes in and says, I want a bourbon cocktail that tastes like something. First of all, that's kind of a mean thing to do your bartender. But I can do that because I'm really good at what I do. I can give you something that you're thinking about.
But if you're canoe, we had this discussion just today. So you got, I've only been around, it's been a long time, is if you want a steak, how's the steak going to get cooked in canoe and get home to my place and taste as good? You're literally paying for the experience, the freshness, but the experience of canoe. But you have some things that are unique. You can't cook at home. That's only at a canoe is unique. It's unique.
The rep.
Exactly. So it is amazing. So, and my wife was laying out to my wife. When are we going to canoe? Wow, the real canoe. Maybe next week we have an anniversary. She wanted to go canoe last week or the week. Well, my question really is with all the social distancing, it sounds like your business is okay. I mean, you're getting 50, 60, 70% of the pie.
I think we're at half or just under half.
But to work, see, we're only at about 15%. So we're only, this is our second weekend. 15% of what we did in March. Right, so we're okay. And we have no loans, and we're fortunate and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to keep writing checks every month and say, okay, I'll shut it down, but down. It's important, but it's not important. There's passion money, but there's stupid money. And so you bank on the industry coming back, and I don't need 100% of people back, but I need 80. And if you're canoe, you don't need 100%, but you need 80, or there's no money at 50. Overhead costs, people, staff, insurance, all that kind of stuff. So my wife was like, okay, well, let's go to canoe. This was really a week. We'll go next week.
What was the thing you're talking about, that shot? What was the cause in the end?
We're going to do some Malorts.
So when do I get my shot of it? So I've been.
Grab some glasses.
Where's it? What is that from?
I don't have any clue. So Malort is Swedish in origin.
Swedish?
Like it came from Sweden. Now it's local to Chicago. So Gibson's, they are the guys that make it. Brothers. Gibson's. So like the Jetsons, but like the
Oh, Lord.
so it's so like.
Oh, yeah.
There's one other question I wanted to ask, and not during the show.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was appropriate.
I'm a bourbon guy like you.
Because there's one other.
I'm a bourbon guy like you.
Oh yeah. So this isn't bourbon though.
And I'm just saying, I like your drinks tonight.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, actually, I can make you another. I can make you another time.
Yes, pull up a chair, come be part of the team.
Which I did. Malort.
No, we don't have
Should we go?
let it go.
Let's go ahead and do the shot on Malort.
Michael's the fish.
Yes, we're all gonna have one. Oh, God. Yeah, tie your ears. We're at least we're gonna do it.
Half Spanish and half
Oh my God.
So one day.
So this is why Chef didn't like me originally.
Doug, you Pipper, you owe me, you two, Pipper, so much now. You are so dedicated. That is the worst, that is the worst drink in history that I just, what did I just drink? Malort. What is that committed to? Oh my God, it's horrible. Yes, for
The
you.
stuff that was the best bourbon cocktail you've ever had.
Oh my God, it's terrible. Doug, you gotta drink one of these, and then you'll fall off your chair and go, that was terrible. How did you, no, Sean, the question, how did you make that taste good with your concoction? The base isn't so great.
It's knowing your
What is that?
I mean, it's the same thing brewing.
Oh, God.
Don't even tell me you like it.
I'm just gonna, no, I'm telling you,
It's horrendous.
it's like gasoline in my. It has a particular.
I know. Would you ever put 6, 7, 8 gallons down and think I'm gonna drink this much of that and go, that was a great experience? Oh my God, I'll donate it to some charity.
Bring in your higher brand and go.
No, my appreciation for you's gone up because you actually took that and turned it into something that was drinkable. I mean, that's a talent.
It's,
Yes, man.
I've had it enough that I was able to go. Okay.
I don't want to waste my beer. I need a little sip of something here to help solve that problem that you created. Do you like it on its own like a shot?
No.
Because I mean, I love shots. I'm not whether it's a killer or for me, it's just fun. That actually has a pretty strong. Well done.
I mean, at least
Yeah, well
a
done.
little takes away the pain.
So this will taste like a. Oh yeah, this is home sweet home.
No, don't worry.
Oh, that's good. Did you get a sip of that?
I forgot the nasty shit here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, somebody did the nasty shot.
Throw it away.
Yeah, just take a little sip. I mean, Sean, you guys are great.
That's
No, you missed it.
That was, I did drink my Malort beer, what the hell it was. It was horrible. Horrible. No human being should ever pay for that. But Sean turned it into a drink that was plausible. So his credibility went up exponentially as a result of proving what he could
I was
do.
like, you know, it's so on the way. It's so on the way. It's so there.
No, it'll stay in your mouth for 15 minutes.
Shot on Malort. Oh, no. Come on, dude.
Oh, I'm telling you, and seriously. Ugh.
Look at the floor.
Maybe it's because I'm from the Midwest.
It's like Satan wiped his ass with sandpaper and then you
Smell it. Smell it.
It's just not.
it's
Did you do it all?
Oh, it's horrible.
yeah.
That's all right.
It's like the Chicago challenge.
Yeah, Lane's one of our guys.
And do me a favor, Sean, can I have a little bit of your grapefruit juice? Because I can't get rid of this taste.
It doesn't have to be. Do we all want to hear one more song?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
That's
I figured that's what you were doing.
Hey, Brandon, let's do another song.
I mean, he would be.
You can stay right there. We're gonna tilt the camera.
We need a little. Your time, by the way. That's the model that's up there. Oh, no, I'm all in.
Sean. She's toured lining.
Hey, Brandon.
Small world we have.
Yes.
Are you videoing?
Cool is like your
It-
atypical Midwest style beer.
It
I love the Midwest. Like,
Well, so do we.
I've
Yeah,
never
my
been
wife was a
there.
fan, and she'd be like all over because like these are heaven. You know, we're Midwestern people by heart, like who we are.
When we went on a road trip up there.
All right, hey, wait, let's just music.
We're gonna get in the road trip later.
Yes.
After the song. We're gonna talk about
There's like 9 people here. You can't be too loud. It can't be done.
Long live the King of history, but don't ask him why. Don't stir the clouds, take what you got. That's just how it is. Take the rain, we want to break the chain. Don't let them be right. Go back to the start, give them your heart, but don't tell them why. Down on the shelf, believe in yourself. It's not what you want. Every time I wait, live your life in yesterday. Say what you needed to say. Everyone smile as you let the wild rose over. Everyone knew that we had spirits were flowing, gods were glowing so sunset in the morning, that's when we all said goodnight. Good night.
So good.
Yes.
So good.
I feel like a ship's sinking on a great ice, just so you can get it.